Moments ago, Israel launched Operation Rising Lion, a targeted military operation to roll back the Iranian threat to Israel's very survival. This operation will continue for as many days as it takes to remove this threat. For decades, the tyrants of Tehran have brazenly, openly called for Israel's destruction. They've backed up their genocidal rhetoric with a program to develop nuclear weapons. In recent years, Iran has produced enough highly enriched uranium for 9 atom bombs. 9. In recent months, Iran has taken steps that it has never taken before, steps to weaponize this enriched uranium. And if not stopped, Iran could produce a nuclear weapon in a very short time. It could be a year, it could be within a few months, less than a year. This is a clear and present danger to Israel's very survival. 80 years ago, the Jewish people were the victims of a Holocaust perpetrated by the Nazi regime. Today, the Jewish state refuses to be a victim of a nuclear Holocaust perpetrated by the Iranian regime. Now, as Prime Minister, I've made it clear time and again, Israel will never allow those who call for our annihilation to develop the means to achieve that goal. Tonight, Israel backs those words with action. We struck at the heart of Iran's nuclear enrichment program. We struck at the heart of Iran's nuclear weaponization program. We targeted Iran's main enrichment facility in Natanz. We targeted Iran's leading nuclear scientists working on the Iranian bomb. We also struck at the heart of Iran's ballistic missile program. Moments ago, last year, Israel launched Iran fired 300 Rising missiles at Israel. A targeted military operation to roll back the Iranian threat to Israel's very survival of hundreds of people. This operation will continue. Those missiles many days as carry a nuclear payload to remove this, threatening the lives not of hundreds. The tyrants of Tehran have Iran is gearing up to produce thousands of those ballistic missiles. They've backed up their genocidal rhetoric with a program to develop nuclear weapons. Imagine 10,000 tons in recent years. Iran has produced landing on enough highly enriched uranium for 9 atom bombs. This is an intolerable threat. In recent months, must be stopped. Iran is taking steps now working that it has never taken before. The new steps to weaponize this enriched uranium. You see, the old plan, if not stopped, Iran could produce a nuclear weapon to encircle Israel in a very short time. It could be a year. To attack it could be within a few months, less than a year. 7th. This is a clear and present danger. The soldiers of Israel's very survival rose like lions to defend 80 years ago, we crushed people were the victims of a Holocaust perpetrated by the Nazi regime in Syria and Yemen. Today, Iran directly attacked refuses to be a victim of a nuclear Holocaust inside Iran itself, perpetrated by the Iranian defending ourselves. Now, as Prime Minister, defend others. I've made it clear defend our Arab neighbors. They too Israel will never allow campaigns of call for our annihilation. Our actions against Iran's to achieve Hezbollah tonight to the establishment of a new government in Lebanon and the collapse of at the heart of Iran's nuclear enrichment program. The people at the heart of Iran's nuclear weaponization program. Different future. We targeted Iran's main enrichment facility in Natanz. The brave people of Iran. We targeted Iran's leading nuclear scientists working on the Iranian bomb. Is not with you. We also struck at the heart of Iran's ballistic missile program. Moments ago, Israel launched Operation Rising Lion. I believe that the day of targeted military operation is near. To roll back the Iranian threat, the great friendship between our two ancient peoples will flourish. This operation will continue for as many days. I want to assure the civilized world to remove this threat. We will not let the world's most tyrants of Tehran have get the world's most dangerous weapons. Called for Israel's Iran plans to give those backed up their genocidal rhetoric to its terrorist program to develop that would make the nightmare of nuclear terrorism. In recent years, all too real. Iran has produced the increasing highly enriched uranium for 9 atom bombs to the cities of Europe. In recent months, and eventually, Iran has taken steps that it has never taken before. Iran calls Israel steps to weaponize this enriched. It calls America the great stopped. Iran this is why for a nuclear weapon, it's led millions in the chance of be a year death to Israel within a few months, less than America. This is a clear and present Israel is responding to Israel's genocidal calls with action 80 years ago, and with the call of our own victims of a Holocaust perpetrated by the Nazi America. Our action will help the Jewish state refuses to be a victim of a nuclear Holocaust. I want to thank President Trump by the Iranian in confronting Iran's nuclear weapons Prime Minister. I've made it clear time and again. that
Israel
Iran
will
can
never
never
allow
have a nuclear
those who
enrichment
call
program.
for our annihilation
Today,
to develop the
it
means
is clear
to
that
achieve
Iran
that goal.
is just buying
Tonight,
time.
Israel backs
It refuses
those
to
words
agree to this
with action.
basic
We struck at the heart of Iran's
nation.
nuclear enrichment program.
That is why we have
We struck
no
at the
choice
heart
but
of
to
Iran's
act.
nuclear
And act
weaponization program. We targeted
Hardest
Iran's
decision
main
any
enrichment
leader has to
facility in
make
Natanz. We targeted
is thwart
Iran's
a danger
leading nuclear
before it is
scientists
fully
working on the
materialized.
Iranian bomb.
Nearly
We
a
also
century
struck at
ago,
the heart of Iran's
facing the Nazis,
ballistic missile program.
a generation
Moments
of leaders
ago,
Israel
failed
launched
to act
Operation
in time.
Rising Lion.
They were paralyzed
targeted
by the horrors of
military
World War
operation
I.
to
They
roll
were
back
determined
the
to
Iranian
avoid
threat
war at all costs.
to Israel's
And they
very
got the
survival.
worst war. This operation will continue.
They adopted
for
a
as many
policy
days
of
as it
appeasement
takes.
They
to
closed
remove
their
this
eyes
threat.
and ears to all
For
the warning
decades,
signs.
the tyrants of
That
Tehran
failure to
have
act
brazenly
resulted
openly
in World War
called
II,
for Israel's
the
destruction.
deadliest war in
They
history.
backed up their genocidal
It claimed the
rhetoric
lives of 60
with a
million,
program to develop
including
nuclear
6 million
weapons.
Jews, a
In
third of
recent
my
years,
people.
Iran has produced
After that
enough
war,
highly enriched
Jewish
uranium
people and the
for
Jewish
9
state vowed
atom bombs.
never again.
In
Well,
recent months,
never again
Iran has
is
taken
now.
steps that it has
Today,
never taken
Israel
before.
has shown
Steps
we have
to
learned the lessons
weaponize
of history.
this enriched uranium.
When enemies vow
If
to
not
destroy
stopped,
you,
Iran could
believe
produce a nuclear weapon.
When enemies
in
build
a
weapons
very
of
short
mass
time.
death,
It could be a year.
stop them.
It could be
As
within
the
a few
Bible
months,
teaches us.
less than a year.
When someone
This
comes
is a
to kill
clear
you,
and present danger
rise and
to
act
Israel's
first.
very survival.
This is exactly what
80
Israel
years
has
ago,
done today.
the Jewish people
We have
were the
risen like
victims
lions
of a Holocaust
to defend ourselves.
perpetrated by the Nazi
Over
regime.
3,000 years ago,
Today,
Moses
the
gave
Jewish
the
state
people of Israel
refuses to
a
be a
message
victim
that is
of a
still their
nuclear
resolve
Holocaust
ever since.
perpetrated
Be
by
strong
the
and
Iranian
courageous,
regime.
he said.
Now, as Prime Minister,
Today,
I've
our
made it
strong
clear
and
time and
courageous
again,
soldiers and people
Israel
stand
will
together
never allow
to defend
those who
ourselves
call for
against
our
those who
annihilation
seek our destruction.
to develop the means
And by
to
defending
achieve that
ourselves,
goal. Tonight,
defend many
Israel
others,
backs those
and we
words
roll back
with action.
murderous tyranny.
We struck at the heart of
Generations
Iran's
from
nuclear
now,
enrichment
history
program.
will record.
We struck at the
that
heart
our
of Iran's
generation stood
nuclear
its ground,
weaponization
acted
program.
in time,
We targeted
and
Iran's
secured
main
our
enrichment
common
facility
future.
in Natanz.
May God
we
bless
targeted
Israel.
Iran's leading
May God
nuclear
bless the
scientists
forces of
working on the
civilization
Iranian bomb.
everywhere.
We also struck at the heart of
Thank
Iran's
you.